What do you say, everybody? Hello and welcome to EQT Park in Washington, Pennsylvania. It's game 2 of the 3-game series between the Florence Y'alls and the Washington Wild Things. Overcast clouds in Washington, Pennsylvania, but the rain is staying away, and that's the big piece that we'll be looking to not only yesterday, but today and tomorrow as well. It seems like rain all across the country right now for the foreseeable future. It seems like it, following us over to Florence as well. But right now, pretty good. Doesn't seem to be raining right now or sprinkling. Just a little chilly. Wind blowing out towards center field. Either way, we'd like to welcome you guys to the Frontier League Network, powered by HTN and the Florence Y'alls Radio Network. I'm Rory Tettemer, your play-by-play broadcaster. Excited to have you guys join us for the 50 West Brewing pregame show. Always inspired by the Great American Road Trip across Route 50, 50 West, the premier brewery in the Cincinnati area. At 50 West, every beer is your journey. Join us for the ride, located at 7605 Worcester Pike, Cincinnati. Florence dropped game 1 yesterday by a final score of 12-3. Really was just a long Tuesday morning game, a game that didn't end until 3 to 4. It started at 10:30. That was obviously because we had an hour and a half plus rain delay in the middle of it between the top of the fourth and the bottom of the fourth. So really was just a long game that didn't go Florence's way. It was a big error in the second inning by Dylan Baker that kind of unraveled in the inning. 5 runs came across against Yannicker Villalobos. Florence just wasn't able to get back into it. They went down 6-0 heading into the rain delay. In the bottom of the fourth, they gave up 6 more runs and obviously put them away in that ball game. They were able to see some bright spots. It was a 2-run or a solo shot from Jackson Tucker, his first professional home run, and then Dylan Baker in the very last inning, the 9th inning, he was able to hit his first professional homer too. Uncorked on one, 399 feet, 103 off the bat. Really was out of nowhere. Again, that game was a kids' day, so by the end of it, all the kids were gone, and after the rain delay, all the kids were gone. Really was a game that really had all of the energy sucked out of it once we hit that hour-and-a-half rain delay, and that monsoon came out of nowhere, was not on the radar, came out of nowhere and sent everyone scurrying for cover, including both ball clubs that went back to their clubhouses, and an hour and a half later we're able to play some baseball in front of about 10 fans at EQT Park. Still a good crowd on hand today, ready for some more Florence Y'alls baseball. On the mound for the Y'alls, Evan Webster toes the rubber. Xander Seacrest will toe the rubber for Washington. First time seeing Seacrest. Yesterday it was Zach Kirby. Florence has seen him plenty of times, but this will be the left-hander Seacrest. A little lefty-lefty battle. Evan Webster now in his 3rd start of the season, trying to keep improving. He did earn the win his last time out. 5 innings pitched, 8 hits, just 2 runs, 2 walks, and 5 strikeouts against the Mississippi Mud Monsters. I think the key for Webster is just keep the ball in the ballpark. He's allowed a home run in both starts, and those have really been the only runs that have plagued him. It's just 2 runs in his last start and 3 on opening day across 4 innings against Evansville. Strikeout numbers have been, very good. 6 and 5. That's, 11 strikeouts across 9 innings of work now on the season. That is, double his K per 9 from last year. Plus the walks are still low. Didn't have any walks in the opening day start against Evansville, then 2 against Mississippi. So he's been, as advertised, a very good pitcher, consistent pitcher for Florence. We'll see if he can give them a good quality start this time out. Maybe, extend on his innings pitched into the 6 would be really nice to see. On the other side, Xander Seacrest, kind of working now into the starting rotation after they had Andrew Herbert's contract purchased yesterday by the Orioles. Seacrest is 0-1 on the season with an 11.37 ERA. He did go 5 innings pitched against Evansville, 10 hits, 8 runs, 5 of them earned, 1 walk, and 6 strikeouts. So another guy that's gonna pound the zone, not give you many walks. But it was 2 home runs at Evansville, so at Bosse Field, that Evansville Otters were able to take care of him and bounce him out of that game. Obviously 10 hits across 5 innings. They were able to see him well, so maybe Florence can hit Xander Seacrest here, and we could see that offense a little bit more than what we saw yesterday. Florence, I thought, did a job. 9 hits compared to the 12 for Washington. Didn't have many chances where it's like, hey, yeah, they squandered that opportunity. Their only run support came on the long ball, aside from an RBI that scored Hank Zeisler as well. But you're not going to snuff at 9 hits, especially in a ball game like that against a good pitcher and Zach Kirby, a 4-year veteran here in the Frontier League. Let's take a look at the starting lineup for both ball clubs. First for the away team, obviously your Florence Y'alls. Leading off back in the lineup, the second baseman Tyler Schoenfeld. Batting second, the center fielder Jackson Tucker. In the 3 slot, the first baseman and captain Hank Zeisler. Batting cleanup, the right fielder Brendan Bobo. In the 5 slot, the designated hitter Zaid Richardson. Batting 6th, the third baseman at the hot corner Garrett Boussard. In the 7 slot, the left fielder Brett Blomquist. That's his first start out in left field. Making his debut on the season, the catcher batting 8th, Kyle Harbison. And rounding it out will be the shortstop Dylan Baker. That brings up a good piece of flow talk here. Florence has sent Sergio Gutierrez, their backup catcher, or at one point was their starting catcher, sent him to the Lexington Legends, where he returns after playing in a few games for them in 2025. Sergio Gutierrez traded for a player to be named later. I'm sure he is, upset to leave Florence, but also gets consistent playing time in Lexington, which is always a good thing. Plus, it's in the Atlantic League. Technically, might be an upgrade there for Gutierrez. We wish him all the best in Lexington. On the other side, for Washington, leading off will be the center fielder Caleb Ketchup. Batting second, the shortstop Kyle Edwards. In the 3 slot, the first baseman Andrew Check. Batting cleanup, the second baseman Graham Brown. Batting 5th, the right fielder Jeff LaCorey. He had a lot of good plays yesterday. Batting 6th, the left fielder Anthony Mercado. In the 7th slot, the third baseman Cole Fowler. In the 8th slot, the designated hitter DJ Banks. And rounding out, batting 9th, the catcher Isaiah Quiros. Xander Seacrest again on the mound for the Washington Wild Things to start this ball game. He'll come at you with a sinker changeup curveball arsenal. And he has a cutter as well, but throws it like 4 to 5% of the time. So it's not a prominent pitch for Seacrest. He's mainly going to work off of that sinker mixed with the curveball and a changeup probably to throw you off a little bit. But it's interesting, you got a guy that's predominant, not 4-seam fastball or 2-seam fastball. He's going with a sinker that's all, going to be dropping to the bottom of the zone. So it'll be interesting to see how the Yalls attack that again. Like I said, they have not seen Seacrest before. It's his 3rd outing for Washington's first career appearance against the Yalls. Something that you can't say for the rest of the staff for Washington. We do have a choir out on the field. They're ready to sing opening day. So we'll take a pause here, or sing the national anthem. We'll take a pause here on the 50 West Brewing pregame show. We'll have first pitch when we return. Don't go anywhere. More Florence Yalls baseball coming up. lovely, lovely rendition of our national anthem. An elementary school choir out there delivering a picture-perfect national anthem here on this Wednesday night. Like I said, it's overcast, a little cloudy, but ready for some Y'alls baseball, and hopefully the rain stays away tonight. I believe that's the report I've been seeing. Tyler Schoenfeld returning to the lineup for the Y'alls. The lefty will lead things off, followed by Jackson Tucker, who's been phenomenal, and the back-to-back lefties, Hank Zeisler and Brendan Bobo. On the bench today will be Keenan Taylor, Zach Beadle, as well as Marcus Brodell. Keenan Taylor not in the lineup again for the second game in a row to start. He did end up getting a few appearances yesterday after he pinch hit for Zade Richardson. At that point, the game was pretty much out of hand. Brodell gets a rest for the first time in a while, and then Zach Beadle finally gets to hit the pine. It was obviously the trade of Sergio Gutierrez. Kyle Harbison was designated as the emergency catcher yesterday. Had to make sure that Beadle did not get injured or get tossed in that game, because at that point you would have had to then sign a contract for Harbison. I don't think it would have gone through mid-game. You probably would have been looking at Zade Richardson entering as the catcher and losing that designated hitting spot. Either way, Kyle Harbison gets his first start of the season. He'll be catching Evan Webster on the other side of the ball. It's Zach Seacrest, or Xander Seacrest, for Washington today. Washington, the home white jerseys with white pants and red caps. Florence and the Kentucky Reds with the gray pants and red flow caps. Third time Florence has wore Kentucky this season. Wore it opening day, then wore it on Red, White, and Y'alls night. Opening day, a loss. Red, White, and Y'alls night, a win. Sorry, actually, that was a loss, too. So we're 0-2 in the Kentuckys. Yeah, we blew that game on Red, White, and Y'alls night. Still got the fireworks, but blew that game in the ninth. So 0-2, trying to turn the tide in the Kentucky Reds. Tyler Schoenfeld thought he was good yesterday, just maybe still a little leg tightness. He's back in the lineup today. Not a serious injury for Schoenfeld. Just needed a rest day. Gets back out there. He was removed from the game on Sunday. It was game 2 on Sunday after a leadoff single. Let's see what he could do today. He does carry in a hitting streak with him. 6 games on base, 6 games with a hit. First pitch in there for a strike at 6:08. Just a little bit off schedule. 64 degrees, feels like 58 in Washington. Overcast skies, gray clouds, but the rain is staying away. The 0-1 misses downstairs. Wind blowing out towards left field, not as hard as it was yesterday. You know, there's rain in the schedule the rest of the week. And that carries into Florence, too. It just seems like a rainy week across the United States. That one runs inside and hits Schoenfeld. He'll be awarded first. Florence as the leadoff runner aboard. All hit by pitches, of course, brought to you by Airport Paint and Body. When life throws a fastball at your ride, they'll smooth it out and get you back in the game. Submit a free estimate online today at airportpaintandbody.com. That's one way to start the ball game. It was a lefty-lefty matchup, too. Jackson Tucker will dig in. The righty batter's box. Tucker with his first professional home run yesterday. Obviously with the Florence Y'alls. He lines that one over towards the shortstop, and Schoenfeld is in no man's land. They'll double him up. Just like that, there's 2 away with the bases empty. That was a looping liner. I think Schoenfeld was just trying to get a good jump. He was just caught in the middle, couldn't even go back. Brings up Hank Zeisler. Florence immediately helping out Seacrest. Back to the windup for Seacrest. Lefty-lefty battle. First pitch in there for a strike. Appreciate you guys tuning in, whether the Florence Y'alls Radio Network or HTN, proud home of the Florence Y'alls and Frontier League broadcasts. 0-1, Zeisler fouls it away. Zeisler with his 4th 3-hit game yesterday. He has just been on fire to open up the season. Went 3 for 5 with a run scored and a double. Again, we're keeping track of all of these career statistics for Hank Zeisler. Runs and doubles are something that he's chasing for the franchise record for Florence, the all-time franchise record this season. So got one closer on both those. 0-2 pitch, swing and a miss. Good afternoon, good evening, good night. Unconventional. 1-2-3 for Sechrist. Florence goes down in order in their frame of the first. Let's see what Washington could do when we return to the Frontier League Network, powered by HTN. Bottom half of the first inning always brought to you by Heritage Bank. At Heritage Bank, we believe your money should work as hard as you do. Proudly local, fiercely dependable. That's the Heritage difference. Visit them online or stop by a branch near you today. Check swing, top of the zone. Evan Webster against Caleb Ketchup. Goes all the way around. An 0-1 count. Webster making his third start of the season. He's gone 9 innings so far. 4 innings on May 7th. 5 innings on May 14th. That one's side down the first baseline, foul territory. Zeisler is chasing over there, and he backpedals now and makes the grab. 2 pitches, 1 out for Evan Webster. That'll bring up Kyle Edwards, followed by Andrew Check. First 3 to face Webster. 8 hits, 2 runs, 2 walks, 5 Ks, 1 home run allowed on that 5-14 start against Mississippi. He did end up getting the win. It was an 8-5 win for the Yalls. Enters today with a 1-run record and a 5 ERA. First pitch misses downstairs, 90 miles per hour from Webster. Fastball, curveball, change, also has a knuckleball. 1-0. Misses inside at 89. Webster, a very talented pitcher for Florence. We saw that last year, 7-4 with a 4.22 ERA. Across 19 games, 18 starts. Had 98 innings pitched. 63 Ks to 24 walks. Too well, that one's cranked out towards center field. It's going to send Tucker on the run in the gap. He's there and off the glove onto the wall. On the way to second is Kyle Edwards. He's going to turn and burn, looking for 3. Throw comes in, but it won't be in time. A 1-out triple from Kyle Edwards. Believe that did hit off of Jackson Tucker's glove on the run. Either way, it will be a first hit of the day for Washington. Love to see that on replay if we do have that. I don't know if the VMix call that I watch while broadcasting, it has replay on it or not when I'm on the road. But either way, not going to be able to see that one. Just a tough track down from Tucker. I thought he got there in time and just wasn't able to fully lock it down. Runner on third and one away for Andrew Check. Guy that's no stranger to RBIs, the franchise record holder in RBIs for Washington. Also the home run leader. He had a home run yesterday, 3-run jack. The hulking lefty for Washington, 1-0. Misses at the top of the zone. Check, 6'6", 260 pounds. Out of Reminderville, Ohio. Reminderville, Ohio. Two-0 to Webster, swing and a miss. Webster, not a guy that walks a lot. Saw just the 2 walks back on May 14th. No walks on May 7th. And then 24 walks across 98 innings pitched last season. I mean, really good at just pounding the zone. Broken bat over towards the second baseman, Schoenfeld. That'll bring home a run. Washington takes a 1-0 lead. RBI ground out from Andrew Check. Washington on the board here. That'll be an incorrect no-run first inning guess by a lot of people in the press bucket. First time Florence has sent Blomquist out to the outfield. He's been predominantly in the infield all season. And Toby Hall did mention that Blomquist was getting some work in the outfield. We finally see it today. He makes a start in left field. Let's take a look at the rest of the Y'all's defense. Blomquist in left, Tucker in center, Bobo in right. Broussard at the hot corner, Baker at short, Schoenfeld over at second, and Zeisler, the captain, at first, doing the catching, Kyle Harbison. Interested to see what Kyle Harbison can bring to this lineup. That one skied out towards shallow right field. Bobo heading towards the foul line. He makes the grab for the final out of the inning. A run comes across for Washington. We head to the top of 2. Right back on the Florence Y'all's Radio Network. Top half of the second inning. Let's get our umpire intro, always brought to you by Pella Window and Door. Looking for a clearer view of every call? Trust Pella Window and Door, bringing you replay-worthy clarity and craftsmanship you can count on. Pella Window and Door, so good, even the ump won't miss a thing. Brendan Bobo leads things off, followed by Zade Richardson and Garrett Broussard. First pitch in there for a strike, lefty-lefty battle here. Xander Seacrest had a hit-by-pitch and then drew a double play and a strikeout for an unconventional 1-2-3. Bobo skies that one out towards center field. Catch up right in front of the warning track. Stops and makes the grab to the light tan leather mitt. 2 pitches, 1 out. Long fly ball there from Brendan Bobo. That'll bring up Zade Richardson, our umpire crew today. Same as yesterday. Behind home plate, Lucas Naley. Down the first baseline, Matias Pascalo. Down the third baseline, the crew chief, Ken Jackson. Like I said yesterday, this umpire crew probably following us to Florence. They have a 7:03 p.m. first pitch on Friday. I said that can only be one spot. None other than Thomas More Stadium. Richardson, hot start to the season, a .343 average, 2 home runs and 3 RBIs. Had a base hit yesterday before being removed from the game for Keenan Taylor. I think it was just to get Taylor some at-bats. 1-0, misses outside. Zade in a new look helmet. No longer the one flap open on the right side. 2-0, fouled away. He was told that he's not allowed to wear that. Only players with big league time are allowed to do it. And I said, who in the league has big league time that we can have that happen? And I believe there's just one, in Alfredo Gonzalez of Lake Erie, who had a whole 9 at-bats in Major League Baseball. 2-1, skied away. 2-2 count. Just a weird, it's got to be for safety reasons. I don't know, there's no benefit to it. It's not like he only hit .343 because of the flap. He skies that one out towards center field. It's well hit, but right at catch-up for out number 2. 99 off the bat. Hit it on the screws. That'll bring up Garrett Broussard, 2 away with the bases empty. Broussard, a tough day yesterday that broke his hitting streak. Went 0 for 4. 2 strikeouts. The last series against Evansville, he's 4 for 10 with 3 walks, 4 runs, and a K. Very good. Still having a great start to the season. He punches that one to shallow center field. Running in his catch-up. He dives and can't make the grab. It's off his glove. Heck of an effort from Caleb Ketchup, who was trying to go all 3 outs in the second inning. In and out of his glove. It's a single for Garrett Broussard. Brings up Brett Blomquist, who's also been very good at the plate for Florence. And now they're moving him into the outfield to just keep his bat into the lineup. Went 2 for 4 yesterday with an RBI. And scored Hank Zeisler for the second run of the ballgame. Entered yesterday with a .308 average. That only increased. Two-way runner on first. Seacrest back to the stretch with a runner on. 1-0. Top of the zone in there for a strike at 81. Again, it's a interesting mix here for Seacrest. Goes sinker, changeup, curveball as his main arsenal. Also has a cutter. 1-1 misses upstairs. Seacrest pitched in the Twins organization last summer. Made 36 appearances for Fort Myers, the Mighty Muscles. Posted a 3 ERA in 69 innings and struck out 58. Making 7 appearances in the Arizona Fall League. Allowed 3 runs, 2 earned over 7 1/3 innings of work. Looked very good. I don't know why they released him. Big swing and a miss, 2-2. I knew the name sounded familiar. He pitched 4 seasons with the Vols at Tennessee. Tremendous 2024. He was 6-1 with a 3.12 ERA in 20 games, 19 of which were starts. Grounds that one over towards the third baseman. Gobbles it up on 1 hop. Throw on to first is in time. Florence gets a single from Broussard, but strands him at first. Scoreless here. Scoreless inning in the second. They trail 1-0 as we head to the bottom of 2 when we return to the Frontier League Network, powered by HTN. Bottom half of the second inning, it's 1-0 Washington on our Thomas More scoreboard. Always a scoreboard partner, Thomas More University. There you'll be able to take your life and your career as far as you want it to go. Apply or donate today online at thomasmore.edu. Jeff LaCourrier, Anthony Mercado, and Cole Fowler set to face Evan Webster here in the bottom half of the second. 1-0 lead for Washington on our Thomas More scoreboard. Evan Webster allowed just the triple in the first inning. It was an RBI ground out from Andrew Check that brought home Kyle Edwards for the first run of the ball game. Faced 4 batters. Was able to rebound pretty nicely. Big swing and a miss there from LaCourrier, the lefty. Lefty-lefty battle. Webster, middle of the rubber. The baby blue cleats. That one's punched out towards shallow center field. Tucker all over it. He makes the grab. Round number 1. Brings up our old friend Anthony Mercado. Mercado took advantage of the early game yesterday. Was actually hanging out with some y'alls. Hanging out with his former buddies. A lot of people from the team went over to Primanti Brothers. I believe that's the correct pronunciation. Primanti. Good sandwich spot here in Washington, kind of Pittsburgh famous. First pitch in there for a strike. Then he was also at the Hollywood Casino with a bunch of the buddies last night. 0-1. I see he does not have the baby blue bat today. He's using that Florence Y'all's bat yesterday. Just shows that, his not returning to Florence was simply just, hey, I live in Pittsburgh. It's a lot easier if I just, stay over in Washington than going over to Kentucky, about 4 hours away. Good to see him yesterday. Two-one count. From the stretch, the 2-1 pitch. Punches it out towards shallow right field. Bobo coming in, but it's Schoenfeld making the over-the-shoulder grab. Nice play there from Tyler Schoenfeld for out number 2. Brings up the third baseman, Cole Fowler. Three lefties in the lineup for Washington. Fowler hitting .317 on the season. 2 home runs, 8 RBIs. Swing and a miss, he's out in front of the off-speed there from Webster. 84 miles per hour, 2049 on the spin rate. Beautifully placed at the top of the zone. Straight up defense for the Y'alls. The 0-1 misses, bottom of the zone at 89. Looked good. Webster asking, was that down or was it in? It was down. One popped up in the infield. Evan Webster getting out of the way. It's the captain, Hank Zeisler, making the grab to end the inning. Simply business for Webster. He retires them in order. We head to the top of the third. It's a 1-0 lead for Washington. Tettemer Trivia coming up here on the Y'alls Radio Network. Top half of the third inning always brings us our Tettemer Trivia, presented by the Roar Agency, located in all 50 states across the nation. Feel the Roar difference. Roar Insurance. Visit us today at roarins.com. Kyle Harbison, Dylan Baker, and Tyler Schoenfeld facing Seacrest here in the top of the third. Harbison with a 2-0 count on him, making his season debut. Spent last season with the Windy City Thunderbolts. Came over with Toby Hall. Didn't crack the opening day roster, but Florence wanted to keep him close. He's obviously from Cincinnati, Ohio. So they kept him on as the first base coach. And then yesterday with the trade of Sergio Gutierrez to Lexington Legends, designated Harbison as the emergency catcher and signed him to his contract this morning. Now a 3-1 count to the righty Harbison. 3-1 pitch. Pops it up, out towards shallow left center field. In comes Bricado and Ketchup. It's Ketchup making the grab for the first down of the inning. Let's get to our Tettemer Trivia question of the day. Always presented by the Roar Agency. Rafael Devers played 163 games last season. He became the first player to do so since 2008. I want to know who was the last to do it before Devers. 163 games in a 162-game season. Obviously, the hint there is that they were traded mid-season. Got to play an extra game with the team they were traded to. So an extra hint, they also played in the American League. So 2008, an American League player that was traded or, something odd happened. Now it's in there for a strike. $163 games, pretty impressive. Another one sent down the first baseline, foul territory. Chasing over there is the second baseman, Brown. He overruns it. Not able to make the grab, just a long strike for Dylan Baker. The 1-2 to Baker, fouls it back. So someone in the American League, 2008, played 163 games. First time since 2008. Rafael Devers obviously traded from the Red Sox to the Giants, where he was able to do this feat. Another foul ball there from Baker. 1-2 count, one away with the bases empty. Seacrest, the lefty, winds. That one's roped down the third baseline, but foul. Middle of the rubber from the windup, standing tall is Seacrest. 1-2 pitch to Baker, wave and a whiff. Outside. Corner there, the second K of the day for Seacrest. So I guess it doesn't have to be a trade, although I try and wonder how it would not be without a trade. To play 163 games. But maybe I don't want to lead you astray if there's not a trade. Misses inside. 2-0. Batter is Tyler Schoenfeld. Hit by a pitch his last time up. 2-away with the bases empty. Florence trailing 1-0. 2-0 pitch. Misses outside. Playing Tettemer Trivia. Question is live on Twitter. R Tettemer9 or Florence _Yalls. comment your guess in the comment section. We'll shout you out here on the broadcast. 3-0 pitch. Misses inside. A 4-pitch walk to Schoenfeld, his second time on base today. Hit by a pitch and a walk. Technically still hasn't registered an at-bat. Pickoff attempt, nothing going. Schoenfeld obviously a stolen base threat, competing with Jackson Tucker for the team lead, although Tucker with a significant lead right now in that department, partially due to Schoenfeld getting sick and then also the injury that kept him out of the lineup yesterday and took him out of the game on Sunday, game 2 on Sunday. He takes off. That one's in there for a strike throw down to second, not even close. Schoenfeld on the stolen base here. He moves himself into scoring position with 2 away. That's Schoenfeld's 4th on the season. For what it's worth, he's a perfect 4 for 4. Been picked off a few times. That's not a stolen base attempt. So it's not caught stealing there if you're not going. That one's fouled away. 0-2 to Jackson Tucker. Pitch was a called strike on the stolen base. Seacrest trying to navigate some trouble. Florence trying to tie this game up. Trailing 1-0 here in the top of the 3rd. An 0-2 count to Jackson Tucker. That one misses outside, 1-2. Schoenfeld with some wheels. Out on second. The 1-2 pitch. Foul and out of play. We'll do it again. Tettemer trivia again if you missed it. Rafael Devers played 163 games last season and became the first player to do so since 2008. Who was the last to do it before Devers? Tommy Webster said, hey, Rory, there's no audio on the video broadcast. Was aware of that and asked HTN what was going on. There's a swinging bunt right in front of home plate. Picked up by Quiros. Throw on to first is away. Schoenfeld was off for the races. He'll come in to score. Let's see what they call that, if it's a base hit or an E2. Obviously, Jackson Tucker very fast. And they'll go in error. So an E2 there. Protect the pitcher. Schoenfeld was stealing third. So he got a jump on really was a swinging bunt. I mean, about 5 feet in front of home plate. Ties this game up 1-1. Hank Zeisler digs into lefty batter's box. Tucker now at first with 2 away. First pitch runs inside on an off-speed, almost hits Zeisler. Stephen Gregg says Jim Tomey for his guess for Tettemer trivia, and then he said, I think Stephen Gregg. Stephen, did you play 163 games in the American League in 2008? You might have. I did not know that, though. Pitch misses outside. Tucker on the stolen base attempt in time. That'll end the inning. Jackson Tucker caught stealing for the 2nd time this season. We head to the bottom of the 3rd. Florence ties it up. It's a 1-1 game when we return on the Frontier League Network, powered by HTN. Bottom half of the third inning, 1-1 on our Thomas More scoreboard. Evan Webster back out for another inning of work. 8-9 top for Washington. DJ Banks, Isaiah Quiros, and Caleb Ketchup for the Wild Things, trying to get that run back. We are still playing Tettemer trivia in the inning. Looking for someone that played 163 games in 2008. He was the last to do so since Rafael Devers accomplished that just last season. 0-1 misses downstairs. One, swing and a miss, 1-2. Still looking for his first strikeout, Evan Webster. Check swing, doesn't go around. Should be a 2-2 count. 2-2 pitch, swing and a miss. He got him. Picks up his first strikeout. Nice pitch off the plate there at 89. One out here in the bottom half of the third. Let's start giving you guys your guesses for Tettemer trivia. Obviously, I said we got Jim Tomey from Stephen Gregg. I said, no, I think Jim Tomey. So Jim Tomey, guess there from Stephen Gregg. Cam Beatty says Alex Rodriguez when he got traded to the Yankees. Lou DeVolio said Cal Ripken. And then Aiden Murphy said Rocky Colavito. Let's see if I got anything on Twitter here yet. 0-1 fouls it back. Oh, we do got a lot on Twitter. Laura Renke says Juan Pierre. Kyle Karsten says Juan Pierre. I think Laura Renke also telling me that your mic isn't working. No, the mic was working fine. That's big swing and a miss there. Back-to-back Ks from Evan Webster. Second on the day, back to the top of the lineup, and Caleb Ketchup. I mean, my mic was working fine. That was all on HTN there. Because I believe our crowd on the radio stream had me the entire time. So that was just something. HTN dropped my audio. And I was for sure good. Correct me if I'm wrong. I believe you guys heard everything on the radio broadcast. First pitch misses, a 1-0 count. Now with 2 outs, we do got to get to our answer. So we got Juan Pierre is the one with multiple guesses for 163 games in 2008. Who was Juan Pierre playing for in 2008? Was it an American League team? I mean, he's played for a lot of ball clubs. 2008, he was with the Dodgers, so no, it would not be Juan Pierre. American League 2008 was the hint. Rafael Devers played 163 games last season, became the first player to do so since 2008. Who was the last to do it before Devers? No correct answers in the chat. The last to do so, that one's in there for a strike, was 2006 AL MVP Justin Morneau in 2008. Played in 163 games. No, he was not traded. Played in a game 163 tiebreaker. So he played in all 162. And then a tiebreaker determined who was going to the playoffs back when that was still a thing. They played in game 163, so he played in that too. So without a trade, he played in 163 games in 2008. Justin Morneau is your correct answer for today's Tettemer trivia. That was a tough one. Too many people got it yesterday, so I had to get it harder. And of course, I only gave you guys American League. Could have said AL Central. I don't know if even then you would have got it, but 163 games from Justin Morneau in 2008. At the end of the regular season, the Twins and the White Sox were tied for the AL Central Division lead. Major League Baseball at the time, the tie for the division crown was resolved in a winner-take-all single game, game 163. To determine who was going to the playoffs. Or I guess, who was the division leader and who was the wild card. Also a possibility. Pretty amazing. Pretty amazing to play, 162, 163 is incredible. Runner takes off. They got him picked off between first and second. Throw down to second. Tag applied. Got him. Unconventional 1-2-3 from Evan Webster. Picks up 2 Ks in the process as well. Thank you for playing Tettemer Trivia. We head to the top of the 4th. It's a 1-1 ball game when we return on the Frontier League Network, powered by HTM. Top half of the 4th inning. It's 1-1 on our Thomas More scoreboard. Good ball game shaping up here at EQT Park. Hank Zeisler will step back in to the batter's box. Caught stealing by Jackson Tucker the last time he was up. Facing Xander Sechrist still on the mound for Washington. Lefty-lefty battle. First pitch in there for a strike. Bobo and Richardson will follow Zeisler. Two lefties here against Sechrist, who's allowed just the 1 hit. That's not how Florence scored last inning. They worked a walk from Schoenfeld, who stole second, and then a swinging bunt from Jackson Tucker. They called a error on the catcher. He threw it away, and that allowed Schoenfeld to come home to score and tie this ball game up at 1. It's a little bit of small ball, a little bit of crafty play. The 0-2 to Zeisler. Misses outside. A nice pitch there from Sechrist. 76 on the off speed, just breaking away over the plate. Missed it by a few inches. 1-2, misses outside. Stephen Gregg said Hideki Matsui for New York had the tiebreaker in 2003 again, I think. Hideki Matsui. It's not a name I take too kindly to, just for his actions against the Phillies in the 2009 World Series. Really was a thorn in the side of the Phillies in that 2009 World Series. Stopped us from going back to back. Full count to Zeisler. That one misses outside. That one misses downstairs. So after an 0-2 count, Hank Zeisler able to work a walk and a leadoff runner aboard for Florence. Their first leadoff runner aboard since the first inning. Tyler Schoenfeld was doubled up in a line drive double play. For Hank Zeisler, that was career walk number 145. The record stands at 172. So he's got some work to do in that department. I think he will eventually get there this season. Brendan Bobo digs in. Beer batter of the game here at EQT Park. Check swing. Doesn't go around. 1-0. Off speed inside. Rich Tettemer with a late guess of Miguel Tejada. It was Justin Morneau was our answer for today's Tettemer Trivia. 1-0. Misses outside. That's Justin Morneau for 2 Tettemer trivia question answers early in the season. 2-0 pitch in there for a strike. And believe me, I had those ones teed up throughout the offseason, so I knew I was going to play them at some point. Just play them both early. Yes, my offseason consists of, randomly finding fun trivia questions on Twitter. That was in there for a strike. 3-1 to Bobo. No winner on that Tettemer trivia. 3-1 pitch, rope down the right field line. It's going to drop in for a base hit and go all the way to the wall. Zeisler turning and burning on his way to 3. Harrison DeNicola is going to give him the stop sign right before home plate. Double there from Brendan Bobo with a nice celebration as well. Florence's second hit of the day. They are in business. Runners second and third and nobody out for Zade Richardson. Probably a good call there from DeNicola, holding him. Throw is coming into the cutoff man, and it's obviously early in the ball game, but also, Zade Richardson at the plate with nobody out. Figure you got a good chance of at least getting one. First pitch to Richardson. He ropes it down the left field line. That's going to drop in 4 extra bases all the way to the wall. Zeisler will come in to score. Right on his tail is Brendan Bobo. Zade Richardson into second with a 2-run double. Florence takes a 3-1 lead here in the 4th. What did I say? He loves to see runners in scoring position. He comes through once again. He'll continue his hit streak. Now into his 10th game. What a start for Zade Richardson. Back-to-back doubles always brought to you by Taco Mama, where any time is a good time for a margarita. Go visit them in the new location, the U.S. Route 42 in Union. Garrett Broussard at the plate, a single his last time up. Still nobody out, and Richardson out on second. First pitch misses outside. Florence on top 3-1. Unfortunately, I just marked Richardson in to score, so we do need him to score now on our score sheet. That was just an accident by me. Hopefully, I don't gotta make a big X on that. Just Broussard with an RBI single here would do the job. That one's in there for a strike. 1-1. It's the milk and cookies inning here for Washington. If you haven't been to EQT Park, I think it's a long-standing tradition of milk and cookies sold at the ballpark. They're very cheap. I think it's only like $1 for some milk and cookies here. Well, my parents visited last time. They got a bunch and gave them to me in the broadcast. I was like, man, yeah, I'll take some milk and cookies. Why not? It's a 1-2 count to Broussard. 1-2 pitch, skies it into shallow center field. Catch up burning in, Brown going out. It's catch up making the grab. Richardson will stay put at second. Brings up Brett Blomquist. Guy that's enjoyed runners on base and in scoring position as well. He had an RBI yesterday. Let's see how he handles the lefty Sechrist second time around. He grounded out to third his first time up. One away, Florence with a 3-1 lead. First pitch in there for a strike at 68. Nice off speed from Sechrist. It was around this time last year where we were really starting that Rip That Pack segment. I remember my dad was in town, and it was Memorial Day weekend, and I believe we had only started it Memorial Day. I don't know what I might have done it before, a few games before, but, this is whenever we pulled that Barry Bonds rookie card in this booth around this time last year. So, Rip That Pack been going on for about a year now. Obviously, you always catch Rip That Pack in the 7th inning. 0-1 to Blomquist. Grounds it over towards the second baseman. That'll move Richardson over to third, just 90 feet away. Brings up Kyle Harbison. 2 away for Harbison. He flied out to center field his last time up. It's a 3-1 ball game. Florence out in front after a 2-run double from Zade Richardson. Starting to get a little cooler here. EQT Park as well. 0-1. First pitch in there for a strike, 0-1. Seacrest from the stretch, the 0-1 pitch. Popped up in the infield right side. First baseman check with the call. He makes the grab to end the inning. Florence strands Richardson at third, but they get 2 on a 2-run double from Zade Richardson. They take a 3-1 lead as we head to the bottom of the 4th when we return on the Frontier League Network powered by HTN. Bottom half of the 4th inning, Florence with a 3-1 lead over Washington. First pitch in there for a strike to Kyle Edwards. Edwards, check, Brown. 2-3-4, 2 up for Washington. Evan Webster has looked good out there after allowing 1 run in the first. It was Kyle Edwards who's at the plate with a triple. Came in to score on an RBI ground out from check. He's been very good in retiring batters after that. Allowed a walk, but pickoff attempts wiped the bases clean. Now 2-1. Swing and a miss, 2-2. Good hold here from Webster. Sideways windup, the 2-2 pitch. Runs inside and goes to the backstop. Stephen Gregg, my wife first did it during the hosting of the All-Star game a few years ago. Milk and Cookies hit the spot. All-Star game, he meant, yeah. So what, Stephen Gregg, your wife did it during the All-Star game when they were hosting the All-Star game a few years ago. You said you did it at Florence first. How about that? Now it's fouled away. We'll do it again, full count. Are you telling me that Washington took that? Or has Washington been doing it longer? Certainly would be some bulletin board material. the line gets extremely long here at EQT Park for those milk and cookies. The payoff pitch, skies it out towards right field. Bobo working towards the gap. He makes the grab for out number one. Kyle Edwards again. Good piece on that one. Bobo was able to get there. Brings up Andrew Check. Left-handed hitter for Washington. Florence going to deploy a little shift on him. Schoenfeld going to play way in the hole and also play back into shallow right field. Dylan Baker, the shortstop, will shade up the middle, and Garrett Broussard will follow a little bit closer to the shortstop's regular territory. 1-0 in there for a strike. Good off speed there from Webster. Grounded out to Schoenfeld his last time up. It was an RBI ground out for Check. The 1-1. Fastball misses inside. Two-one pitch. Fouls it away. 2-2. Webster with 2 Ks today. Two-two pitch to Check. Grounds it. Slow roller over towards the second base side. Schoenfeld will glove flip over to first for the covering pitcher, Evan Webster, but it's not in time. An infield single for Andrew Check, who, like I said, just surprising speed on the 6'6", 260-pounder. That really was a slow roll ground ball with Schoenfeld playing into shallow right field. He didn't have the best chance on it to actually make, a quick throw. Had to go with the glove flip. Zeisler tried to get over there. That left first base open. It was a good job by Webster to at least try and cover. Give himself a chance. Just about a step too short. First pitch in there for a strike to Graham Brown. One away with runner on first. Florence with a 3-1 lead. 0-1, swing and a miss. Andrew Check hitting .375 this season, just picks up another hit. Swing and a miss, top of the zone, into the glove of Kyle Harbison. 3rd K of the day for Evan Webster. Second out of the inning, that'll bring up Jeff LaCory. Evan Webster against lefties this year didn't have a hit until that right there. So in 9 at-bats, that was his first hit against the lefty. And it ends up just being a slow roller that he's able to leg out. First pitch to the lefty, LaCory is in there for a strike. Now 3 Ks for Webster. Oh, 1, fouls it back. Webster trying to get his 2nd K of the inning, 4th on the day. As LaCory down 0-2. Working from the stretch, middle of the rubber. Kick the 0-2 pitch. Fastball called. Strike 3. Dots up the outer half at 90 miles per hour from the big lefty. Webster strands a runner at first. We head to the top of the 5th. It's a 3-1 Y'all's lead when we return to the Frontier League Network, powered by HTN. Top half of the fifth inning, 3-1 on our Thomas More scoreboard. Dylan Baker digs in, still Seacrest on the mound. Baker, Schoenfeld, Tucker, 9-1-2 set for Florence. If you're just tuning in, Florence got a run in the third inning where it was an error that helped them out. Swing and a miss down at the bottom of the zone, and the bat goes out of the hands of Dylan Baker. So it was an E2 on a swinging bunt from Tucker that scored Tyler Schoenfeld. Then they put up 2 more runs in the fourth. Back-to-back doubles from Bobo and Richardson. It was a 2-run double from Zade Richardson that scored Bobo and Zeisler. They picked up 3 hits and 3 runs against the lefty Seacrest. Take a 3-1 lead into the fifth. 0-2 count to Dylan Baker, who's got some more pine tar on the bat. Gets back into the batter's box. Saw that a lot in the Mississippi and Evansville series. Not from the Florence side, but the opposing team side. That one misses outside. 1-2 count. Nobody on base, nobody out. Start of the fifth inning. You're listening to Frontier League Baseball. Florence Y'all's Baseball on the Frontier League Network, powered by HTN, as well as the Florence Y'all's Radio Network on our YouTube audio stream. 2-2 to Baker. Late swing, still able to foul it away and stay alive. Appreciate you all tuning in, whether on HTN or 2-2 fouled back, or our YouTube audio stream. My wife did it during their hosting of the All-Star Game a few years ago. Stephen Gregg saying that they went and got it when they were in Washington for that All-Star Game is what he meant to say. Oh, I understand. I get it now. Yeah, Milk and Cookie's really good. Hits the spot for sure. Very popular item and cheap. That one's fouled straight back. Quiros heading towards the net. He'll run out of room. That one's up and over, almost catchable here in the press box. But a lucky fan ends up with the ball. It's a very similar thing here, I think. The only chance you can get a ball is if it hits that concrete out in front and takes a high hopper into this window. 2-2, fouls it away. Good at bat here from Dylan Baker. Fouled off a few pitches and has worked himself into a 2-2 count. Struck out swinging his last time up. 2-2 pitch, skies it out towards left field. Mercado and Ketchup going at it. Mercado with the call in the left center field gap. He makes the grab for out number 1 in the fifth. Brings up Tyler Schoenfeld. He's been on base both plate appearances. Still yet to register an at-bat. A hit by pitch and a walk. Stole a base to get into scoring position and came in on that error. Good look at Mercado there on Home Team Network. Former Florence Y'all. First pitch to Schoenfeld, off speed, catches the outer half. In there for a strike. Tyler Schoenfeld with his 4th stolen base on the season. He's got 1 multi-walk game this year. .25 with Florence, a .301 average, .423 on base, and a .337 slugging. 1-1 misses away. 24 RBIs and 46 stolen bases, obviously the single season record for the Y'alls. 50 walks and 54 Ks for the young 23-year-old. Calls time at the plate. It's a 2-1 count. From Dayton, played at NKU 2025. He had 34 stolen bases at NKU, so combined 80 swipe bags in the year of 2025. Tom Vaith is out talking to the home plate umpire. And he was ejected from the ball game, from the dugout. Home plate umpire is walking away. It's going to be the third base umpire and the crew chief Vaith is erratic. Definitely excited about the call. Home plate umpire is just trying to stay out of the way. Third base umpire is Ken Jackson, who's the crew chief, trying to keep Vaith in line. It's not the first time we've seen Vaith get ejected. Saw it happen a few times at Thomas More Stadium. He gets ejected here at EQT Park. I didn't even see it happen. He's still out there getting all of his frustration out. But that'll do it for Vaith today. What's funny is that the Florence Yells baseball team actually worked out with him today, just by coincidence. He was at the same gym. I am the host gym for Washington. So he was there, and we all pretty much worked out with him. Vaith heading to the clubhouse that's down the right field line. Now talking to the first base umpire. He had some words for him in between the fourth and fifth inning. He said something, wasn't like excited about it. Just mentioned something to the home plate umpire, and then I guess must have said something from the dugout on a pitch that was called the ball. It was about an inch off the plate. It's Tyler Shaney fell. And that earned him the ejection. Resuming play here. It's a 2-1 count to Tyler Shaneyfeld. That one's in there at the bottom of the zone. Home plate umpire, they're giving him a round of applause for calling a strike. That pitch wasn't in the zone. 2-2. Misses outside. Seacrest thought he had it. It's a good spot. That one is kissing the zone, the outer half. Would have had to tap the helmet in Major League Baseball. Shows you what fans know. What do fans know? Payoff pitch. This is downstairs. Wow, Xander Seacrest all around the strike zone there. That one about an inch or two down low. Another walk from Tyler Shaneyfeld. His second multi-walk game of the season. Still yet to register a plate or an at-bat today. 2 walks and a hit by pitch. He's been on base all 3 times. Stole second his last time on base. His 4th swipe bag of the season. Pickoff attempt, nothing going. Jackson Tucker is at the plate. He's 0 for 2. Lined into a double play. Then had a swinging bunt that actually produced a run, but it was an E2 by the catcher, Quiros. Threw the ball away down the line. In Florence, I'm giving that a single. I understand the home team scoring, though, all day. 1-0 count. Shaneyfeld actually scurried back to the bag thinking Seacrest was going to try and pick him off there. So Shaneyfeld knows he's got a good pickoff move. About a 3-step lead over at first. The 1-0. Fouls it back. A 1-1 count to Tucker. Rookie out of St. John's. Shaneyfeld takes off. Tucker skies it out towards left field. Bricado coming in on it. Shaneyfeld slips around second. He's going to run back over to first. Bricado's going to give it a try, but it's cut off by the second baseman, Brown. Shaneyfeld back safely. 2 away for Hank Zeisler. We've seen the arm that Bricado has out in left field. I remember a very nice play at Bossy Field last year where he just fired a bullet home. Zeisler 0 for 1 with a walk and a run scored. Started off the 4th inning. Florence with a 3-1 lead. Top half of the fifth at EQT Park, 2 away and a runner on first. Kiros lining up the outer half batter's box. On a pitch, pitch misses high and away. Might have been a pitch out, seeing what Schoenfeld was doing. Good size lead for Schoenfeld over at first. The 1-0 roped down the right field line. That's going to drop in for a base hit. Schoenfeld on his way to third. He'll be in there without a throw. First hit of the day for Hank Zeisler. He continues to be hot at the plate. Career hit number 261 for the captain. Runners at the corners, 2 away for Brendan Bobo. Hit record is at 322. So Zeisler is going to be chasing that one for a good portion of the season. So he walked and came in to score. That run was his 189th run, so he stands 6 away from tying the all-time record. Florence history. It's at 195. Again, I didn't expect him to get in this series, but hopefully he can capture that title at home. Thomas More Stadium. He'll have to have still a pretty good series. 6 away from tying, 7 from breaking. One misses outside, a 1-1 count to Bobo. .231 games played for Zeisler. 305 is the record. 1-1. Misses outside. 2-1. A few inches off the plate. It is a called ball. (2-1), fouls it away. What the home crowd doesn't know is that this is a very well called game here by Lucas Naley. He's actually not missing much. Bobo doubled and a run scored his last time up. Deuces wild, 2-2 with 2 away. The 2-2 pitch misses outside, now a full count. Lefty-lefty battle, Seacrest from the stretch. The payoff pitch, Bobo cranks it over towards the first baseman, Andrew Check, who grabs it and does a light walk over to first base. 100 off the bat of Bobo. Check put his glove out and was able to find the ball. Florence carries a 3-1 lead to the bottom of the fifth when we return to the Frontier League Network, powered by HTN. Bottom half of the fifth inning, we have our call for the lights, always brought to you by Class Jewelers. Our diamond is shining bright thanks to our friends at Class. Head on over to 7365 Burlington Pike, Florence for all your jewelry needs, or call them today at 859-525-7500. 3-1 ball game. Florence out in front of the Wild Things. Evan Webster trying to qualify for this game, entering his fifth inning of work. Anthony Bricado, Cole Fowler, and DJ Banks set to face him here in the bottom of the fifth. Class Jewelers will be at the ballpark on Saturday. Faith and Family Night. Class Jewelers, very good tabling skills. Do a giveaway too, I believe, a small diamond stud earrings giveaway. So if you want a chance to win those, make sure you come to the ballpark on Saturday. Should be a good night. Hopefully a better rockin' Saturday than what we saw last Saturday. The game obviously postponed midway through, and the rain kept us from having a true rockin' Saturday. Bricado with a .243 average, 3 home runs on the season, digs into the righty batter's box. Off speed in there for a strike. Evan Webster, 4 Ks. He's picked up all 4 in his last 2 innings of work. He's allowed 2 hits and 1 run. Swing and a miss, top of the zone. He's up 0-2 against Bricado. Alex Gruberman with a late guess on our Tettemer trivia. He says TC Popcorn. 0-2, called, strike 3. Bricado knew it too. Fastball dots up the outer half. Beautifully placed there from Webster. His 3rd strikeout in a row and 5th on the day. Just his 2nd looking. Those are both back-to-back. That'll bring up Cole Fowler. I mentioned in the 50 West Brewing pregame show, not a big strikeout guy was Webster last year. Just a 5.9 K per 9. Ground ball, 1 hopper, right back to Webster. He's over to first with a underhand toss. Nice PFP there, 1-3 on the put away. And last year, you know, a 5.9 K per 9, but now he's picked up 5 Ks in both games. And through 9 innings, he had 11 strikeouts. It's 11 K per 9, obviously. It's pretty impressive what he's doing, while also still keeping the numbers down in the walk department, which is his game, is, you know, pound the zone. But now he's showing some swing and miss stuff. That's skied out towards Brendan Bobo. And a very quick inning for Evan Webster. He goes in order, 1, 2, 3. We head to the top of the 6th. It's a 3-1 Y'all's lead when we return. This day in baseball history on the Frontier League Network, powered by HTN. Top half of the 6th inning. It's time for This Day in Baseball History, brought to you by Furniture Fair. Style, comfort, value. That's the Furniture Fair promise. Visit your local showroom or shop online at furniturefair.net. This Day in Baseball History. Always brought to you by Furniture Fair. Looks like we also have a Hoops Hangout pitching change. Looking for the perfect spot to relax and open your favorite Pokemon or baseball trading card? Visit former Reds reliever J.J. Hoover at Hoops Hangout today, 405 Washington Street, Suite D in Alexandria. That'll be Michael Fultz Jr. on the mound. Saw him pitch yesterday. Ends up 5 innings pitched for Seacrest. He gives up 3 runs, all of them earned. I guess 1 not earned. That was on the error. So 3 runs, 2 earned. 4 hits for Florence. Just 2 strikeouts. A couple of walks as well. Leaves in line for the loss. Michael Fultz, another lefty. In against Richardson, who punches that one out towards left center field. It's well hit. Mercado on the run going towards the wall, and it one hops up and over onto the wall. A ground rule double for Zade Richardson. His second double of the game. Starts the inning off for Florence. Zade Richardson has just been on a tear to open up 2026. I mean, we were talking about getting him back to 2024 form, but this is even surpassing that. He has been following nice double celebration. Been following the Bryce Harper school of hitting. I just want to hit the ball hard. That's all he's trying to do. Brings up Garrett Broussard, runner on second and nobody out. First pitch misses upstairs. This date in baseball history, looking back at all years of baseball history, May 20th is today's date. 1-0 to Broussard. He fouls it away 1-1. Let's go to May 20th, 1920. Requested by Cubs officials, policemen disguised as soldiers, farmers, and bootblacks raid the bleachers and arrest 24 fans for gambling. Meanwhile, Grover Alexander blanks the Phillies 6-0. Grover Alexander, one of my dad's favorite pitchers. But how about that? Policemen disguised as soldiers, farmers raid the bleachers and arrest 24 fans for gambling. That was in 1920. 2-1. This is upstairs. May 20th. 3-1. Grounder, slow roller over towards the third baseman. Gloves it on 2 hops. Throw on the run is in time. Does a job, though. Moves Richardson just 90 feet away. 5-3 on the put away of Broussard for the first out of the inning. Florence on top 3-1. Brings up Brett Blomquist. Pair of groundouts in the infield. 1 to third, 1 to second. Infield push back right now. They start to trickle in. No one playing on the grass. Middle infield about halfway. First pitch to Blomquist. Swing and a miss. Just needs a ball to the outfield to score Richardson. His double always brought to you by Taco Mama, where anytime is a good time for a margarita. Go visit them in their new location in Union off of US Route 42. The 1. Off speed misses outside. Let's go to 1945, May 20th, 1945. This is a pretty cool one. 1-1 pitch to Blomquist, swing and a miss, in and out of the glove of Quiros. Pete Gray is the star in St. Louis as the Browns sweep the Yankees 10-1 and 5-2 in the doubleheader there. Gray, who only has 1 arm, has 2 RBIs on 3 hits in the opener, and in the nightcap scores the winning run and hauls in 7 fly balls, 3 on spectacular catches. 1 arm, Pete Gray was the star of the show on that night. That one runs inside and hits Blomquist. He throws the bat in agony. Looks like it caught him on the arm. Although he will be treated to first base. That hit by pitch always brought to you by Airport Paint and Body. When life throws a fastball at your ride, He'll smooth it out, get you back in the game. Submit a free estimate online today at airportpaintbody.com. Runners at the corners. Kyle Harbison will be the batter. Leading on the mound here for Michael Foltz, pitching coach for Washington. Nobody warming up in the pen. The lights starting to. They got the new LED lights here at the stadium, and they're able to do those stadium effects, turning them on and off, doing them in cool different patterns. I always think that's a cool thing to have, although I think I'm done with lights turning off ever since that Evansville series. Just don't need it. Wonder if they've got those fixed at Bosse Field. Returning to play, runners at the corners and one away. Kyle Harbison, the batter. Flying out to center and popped out to first. 0 for 2 on the day. Shows bunt, pulls back and misses downstairs. Trying to catch the corner sleeping. See if he goes back to that. I mean, would that be a suicide squeeze? Richardson wasn't bunting. Maybe it's a safety squeeze. I don't really know. If he gets it down, then Richardson breaks for the plate. It's a bold play. The 1-0. Missing downstairs again, 2-0. It's the second time Harbison has had Richardson at third. Wasn't able to do anything in the fourth. See if they can score him this inning. Florence already with a 3-1 lead, trying to add to it. Certainly not enough against a talented Washington offense. That one's in there for a strike. You know they dig on the long ball, and they're one swing away from tying the ball game, essentially. Want to make sure you can get out of that. 2-1 count. Runners at the corners. Shows bunt, pulls back. It's in there for a strike. Don't know the exact play here because Richardson's not breaking. He's not even far down the line. Blomquist, the batter, or runner over at first. 2-2 pitch, grounds it up the middle. Ooh, and off the face of Michael Foltz. He is down on the ground. A run comes in to score, but the trainer for Washington will run out there. Looked like it glanced off his glove and hit him off the head. It'll go down as an RBI single for Kyle Harbison, his first hit of the season. Florence takes a 4-1 lead. Foltz standing on 2 feet. No blood is the good thing there. Seems to be okay. Trainer not gonna let him go that easily. Asked him a few follow-up questions as well, and he'll stay in the ballgame. So runners first and second, one away. Now from the bottom of the order, Dylan Baker. They went to the lefty Foltz. They have plenty of lefties on the roster, although I know Seacrest and Foster are starters. So they have Tyler Davis. I believe Tyler Davis would be a reliever. First pitch to Baker in there for a strike on the off-speed. But I'm just saying that because, you know, obviously usually you go to the lefty from the bullpen at the top of this y'all's order, where it features 3 out of the first 4 hitters as lefties. 0-1 misses outside. Instead they went to Foltz near the middle of the order. He's had all righty at-bats. It's a 1-1 count. Now misses upstairs. Look over at second. 2-1 pitch to Baker, runs inside and hits him. That'll load the bases. Second hit by pitch of the inning. Florence still threatening here with one away. They had the bases loaded in the top of the order. Coming to the plate, and Tyler Schoenfeld, who's yet to register an at-bat. He's been hit by a pitch, plus 2 walks. Of course, all hit by pitches brought to you by Airport Paint and Body. Visit them at airportpaintandbody.com. I feel like it's every single game I'm saying it, but I did not expect this many hit by pitches early on into the season. That one's in there for a strike on the off speed to the lefty, Schoenfeld. Now you do have Fultz facing lefty hitters. 0-1, misses upstairs. Got a little bit of rain coming down now at the ballpark. That's what it looks like, just ever so slightly. And it might have been coming down for a little bit now, and I just couldn't see it. 1-1, swing and a miss, late behind the fastball of Schoenfeld. The 1-2, misses downstairs. 92 miles per hour there from Fultz. Got himself into a little bit of trouble here. 2 hit by pitches and an RBI single from Harbison. That's low to the bases for the Gulls, who are on top 4-1, top half of the 6th. Again, you can't let off the gas against this Washington team. 2-2, swing and a miss. Schoenfeld reaches outside. First strikeout for Michael Fultz. Bring up Jackson Tucker, trying to bring home some runs for Florence. Got the ducks on the pond, just got to do it. Put something in play here. Louisville Hog saying, let's go, y'alls. Appreciate that. First pitch in there for a strike, 91. Bottom of the zone, missed by about an inch at the bottom of the zone. Tucker today 0 for 3. Reached on an error back in the 3rd inning. That actually produced a run as well. 0-1, lines it up the middle and through for a base hit. 1 run comes in to score. The wave around Harbison as that one sails to the backstop. Runners now moving to second to third. That'll be a 2-run single with an error that moves the runners second and third. Jackson Tucker comes through, his first hit of the day. Not hit hard either, 70 miles per hour, just right up the middle, and nobody was there. On second base now with the runner on third, Baker. Florence takes a 6-1 lead over Washington here in the 6th. So that'll be an E8 that moved Baker and Tucker. First pitch in there for a strike to Hank Zeisler. He's 1 for 2. The walk and a run scored. 0-1, swing and a miss. 89, middle of the plate there. Zeisler with some ducks on the pond. Single would score 2. Tucker's wheels over at second. 0-2 pitch, high and away on the fastball. Y'all's on top 6-1 over Washington here in the 6th. Some action in the Wild Things bullpen. Swing and a miss, bottom of the zone. Zeisler punches out, but Florence picks up 3 runs here in the 6th. A 2-run single from Jackson Tucker and an RBI single from Kyle Harbison. They carry a 6-1 lead in the bottom half of the inning when we return to the Frontier League Network, powered by HTN. Bottom half of the 6th inning, Evan Webster back out for another inning of work. Would be his season high if he's able to just get 1 out. He's looking for more than that. He's had a few quick innings, including the 3rd and the 5th. But he's worked very efficiently, allowed just 2 hits and 1 run. He's picked up 5 strikeouts as well and 1 walk across 5 innings of work. First pitch in there for a strike against Isaiah Quiros. 9-1-2 for Washington. Quiros, Ketchup, and Edwards. 0-1 skied, fouled right over our heads, an 0-2 count. Working quickly and getting ahead of batters in this ball game. We'll continue with this date in baseball history. Still got a few more good ones to go. Another one fouled away. Let's go to 1983. In a 5-0 loss to the Padres, Steve Carlton strikes out 4 batters to move past Walter Johnson in 2nd place on baseball's all-time strikeout list. Carlton's 3,511 strikeouts leave him 10 behind Nolan Ryan, who broke Johnson's record earlier this season. 0-2 misses outside. It was at a point where Carlton and Ryan were kind of going back and forth for the all-time strikeout list. Ryan obviously ended up winning that battle. The 1-2. Fouled, and Harbison couldn't hang on to it. We'll do it again. That was 1983. Just in that sentence, you got Carlton, Johnson, and Nolan Ryan. 3 just legendary pitchers in their day. Sideways windup, the 1-2. Skies it high, behind home plate. Harbison removing the mask, heading towards the net. He'll run out of room. Another foul ball here from Quiros. Quiros, strikeout victim his last time up. In the baby blue cleats. Kicks the 1-2, skies it high, first base side foul territory. Zeisler is coming in over towards the Washington dugout, and he makes a grab right over the fence. What a play from Hank Zeisler. Didn't even go up to the fence. I don't think he made contact. Just a nice, gentle reach over. Maybe even caught himself by surprise on making that grab. Really good. First down of the inning. I think we had seen enough foul balls as well from Quiros. Brings up Caleb Ketchup, 0 for 1 with a walk his last time up. Hitting .211 on the season, entering today. That one's skied first base side or shallow right field. Bobo coming in on it. He makes the grab. 1 pitch, 1 out there to Ketchup. Now 2 away in the inning. The The last this date in baseball history I want to go to is 1985. The Indians-Brewers game at Cleveland Stadium becomes the first one rained out this season, ending a record string of 458 Major League games played since opening day without a payoff on a rain check. Since 1900, no season had survived without at least one April shower. Obviously back when every field was dirt. But that was pretty impressive. May 20th was the first rained out game. 458 straight Major League games played without a rain out. And that got me to thinking, you know, how many delayed games or postponed games that we had this season. There was one in Colorado that was postponed because of snow early on in the season. So not even April showers. How about just snow in Colorado? Postponed a game, I believe maybe first or second week against the Dodgers. That one misses outside. That early spring weather always up for question. Never know what you're going to get. 2-1 to Edwards, fouls it away. He's had two good pieces on him. Triple in the first inning, and then a fly out to right field his last time up. Oh, Stephen Gregg with an early call here. Go Florence, our first road win of the year. Stay Yalsum. Oof. Still got 10 outs to go. 2-2. Swing and a miss. Top of the zone. Foul tipped into the glove of Kyle Harbison. Another 1-2-3 frame from Evan Webster. He's looked solid through 6. Picking up 6 Ks as well. We head to the top of the 7th. Y'all's on top 6-1. When we return to the Frontier League Network powered by HTN. Top half of the 7th inning. It's a 6-1 Y'all's lead. Brendan Bobo will lead things off for Florence. New pitcher on the mound, a Hooves Hangout pitching change, looking for the perfect spot to relax and open your favorite Pokemon or baseball trading cards. Visit former Reds reliever J.J. Hoover. Hooves Hangout today, 405 Washington Street, Suite D in Alexandria. Austin Eaton on the mound. There's a first pitch grounder over towards the second baseman. Swallows it up. Throw on to first is in time. 4-3 on the first pitch put out of Brendan Bobo. Eaton we saw yesterday as well. So we saw Fultz and Eaton yesterday. I think we found the guys that Washington is trying to rely on here out of their pen. That'll bring up Zayden Richardson. He's 2 for 3 with a run scored, 2 RBIs, 2 doubles his last 2 plate appearances. From the stretch, the fastball misses upstairs from Austin Eaton. Eaton out of Frisco, Texas. Last played with the West Virginia Black Bears of the MLB Draft League. 1-0 in there for a strike. Richardson last series, 3 for 9 with 2 runs, a walk, and a strikeout. He's got 2 home runs on the season. 1-1 pitch misses away. He's had a extremely good start to 2026. Hoping he can continue that all throughout the season. Really would be a big boost for the Yalls. 2-1, swing and a miss. Florence obviously lost their fair share of firepower in the offseason. TJ Reeves heading over to Banana Ball with the Party Animals. And Anthony Mercado coming over here to the Washington Wild Things. Both provided double-digit home runs for Florence. A lot of RBIs. 2-2, that one's fouled away. So if you get Richardson back up to that caliber, it's definitely takes a little bit of the weight off. Two-two, grounder, right side, check, in and out of the glove and into right field. That'll be the 3rd hit of the day for Zade Richardson. Hard hit ball, 94, off the forehand there of Andrew Check. They haven't given him a hit yet. Go error. That's a bang job there to Zade. He'll go E3 on that. Take away a base knock from Richardson. That one misses outside. Grounded foul off the leg of Broussard. Andrew Check has some lofty defensive expectations. Trying to nab that one. One misses upstairs, a 3-1 count. Broussard 1 for 3 today. Florence with a 6-1 lead. One away in the inning, runner on first. Zade Richardson. 3-1. Broussard cranks that out towards right field, sends LaCorey all the way to the wall. He makes the grab right at the warning track. Long fly out there from Broussard. Second out of the inning, that'll bring up Brett Blomquist, who's 0 for 2 with a hit by pitch and a run scored his last time up. Brett Blomquist had a good start to the season as well. Off speed in there for a strike. Calling him Brett Blomquist. Is my pronunciation guide not correct? B-L-O-M, I would pronounce Blom. Oh, 1 in there for a strike. 0-2 count to the rookie right-handed bat. Nobody warming up in the Yalls pen. They'll stick with Webster. Try and go his 7th inning. Swing and a miss. Good afternoon, good evening, and good night. Down on 3 strikes there. So an error they give to Zade Richardson. And that's the only base runner Florence gets. We head to stretch time at EQT Park when we return to the Frontier League Network powered by HTN. Stretch time, always brought to you by the Stretch Lab here at EQT Park. Stretch Lab's team of highly trained flexologists will give you a deeper stretch than you could ever achieve on your own. Visit stretchlab.com to find a location near you. Florence on top 6-1 over the Wild Things. Andrew Check against the lefty Evan Webster back out for his 7th inning of work. He's already completed a season-high 6 innings with 6 Ks. He has looked phenomenal, including back-to-back 1-2-3 innings. He's retired 8 in a row. That one's in there for a strike now, 1-2 to Andrew Check, who in this game picked up his first hit against a lefty on the season. It was a slow roller that was able to just evade everybody. Shaney Felt at second was playing deep against him. He is again in this at-bat. Sends that one foul down the third base line, out of play. One, two. Misses inside. Check swing, top of the zone, doesn't go around, now at full count. Called time after a wild pitch out of the bullpen of Washington. Full count, nobody out, nobody on. Bottom half of the 7th inning, Florence with a 6-1 lead. Payoff pitch, poked out into left center field. It's going to drop in for a base hit, and extra bases going towards the wall. Jackson Tucker fields it. Throw comes in softly. Andrew Check with a leadoff double. Breaks up the 8 consecutive retired there from Webster. His second hit of the day. Brings up Graham Brown, who's 0 for 2. First pitch misses downstairs to Graham Brown. Bounces in the dirt. 1-0 count. Brown, a fly out to right and a strikeout swinging. His 2 plate appearances today. The 1-0. Bounce it there, it gets away from Harbison. Check on his way to third easily. That'll be a wild pitch on Evan Webster. Fouled straight back to 1. Two-one pitch, grounder, right back over to Evan Webster. He'll look the runner back over at third and give a soft toss over to first. First out of the inning. 1-3 on the PFP. Nice play there from Webster. It's a very good fielding pitcher. I've come to realize. Very, I don't know if he'll agree with this one. He reminds me a lot of just Ranger Suarez in the way he actually fields. Both lefties, obviously, but cool, calm, collected, whenever they do have something their way. It's always a, great quality to have. Help yourself out on defense. First pitch misses outside to Jeff LaCorey. The 1-0 popped up in shallow right field. Brendan Bobo coming in on it, but Jackson Tucker now calling him off. Tagging from third is Andrew Check, and he's just drawing a throw. It was a very good throw from Tucker. Not deep enough for the sacrifice fly. Brings up Anthony Mercado, trying to bring home Andrew Check. That one's cranked out towards right field. Bobo, warning track to the wall. He leaps and runs out of room. A two-run shot from Anthony Mercado. His first home run against a lefty this season and last season makes this a 6-3 ball game. Mercado, some revenge against his former club. It was bound to happen at some point. I would have been shocked if Mercado, had faced us 12 times this season and not gotten a home run. So at least it happens when Florence does still have a lead. Now 6-3. Lights turned off here. EQT Park doing their best bossy field impression. No lights. Do got to turn the lights on to play baseball. And that's the problem with the LED lights. You can't have something like this happen. Now it's a delay of game. Clearly not as easy as a job as just flicking the switch. This will cause a delay, and there they go. We're ready for some more baseball. Two away. It's a 1-0 count to the lefty Cole Fowler. He's 0 for 2 on the day. 1-0, skied foul. Webster trying to complete his 7th inning. All of this is a team high for Florence. didn't have many pitches entering the inning. Allowed 2 extra base hits to the people you probably would expect for him, Andrew Check and Anthony Bricado. 1-1 misses low and away. 2-1 count. Still on top 6-3. Two one. Fastball misses upstairs. Webster just needs the 1 to get through it. He's working from a sideways wind-up with a 3-1 count. Kicks, delivers the pitch. It misses outside. A 5-pitch walk to Cole Fowler. Puts a runner on first with 2 away. Just his second walk issued. So runner on first and 2 away. DJ Banks the batter. That one misses outside. One 0 in there for a strike. One misses outside. Toby Hall going to go try and calm down Webster. Florence does now have action in the bullpen. It's Ahmad Harajli warming up for the Yalls. Yalls just need 1 extra out for Webster to complete his 7th inning of work. Call it a day and hand it off to the bullpen for the last 2 innings. I think Hall is try and keep him calm. It's a 3-1 count. Maybe the rain affecting it a little bit. It seems to be coming down just ever so steadily. Maybe just a little bit stronger than what we've seen. I would assume more so annoying than anything else. Resuming play, the 3-1, swing and a miss. Nice 88-mile-per-hour fastball there. DJ Banks 0 for 2 today. .92, swing and a miss, top of the zone. Webster picks up his 7th K. Ends the 7th inning. He goes a season-high 7 innings with 7 Ks, allowing just 3 runs. Florence carries a 6-3 lead into the top of the 8th when we return on the Frontier League Network, powered by HDN. Back here in the top of the 8th, Florence with a 6-3 lead. First pitch is in there for a strike. To the batter, Kyle Harbison. Looks like another new pitcher on the mound for Washington. Don't believe that is still Eaton. Well, it might be. That one's roped down the right field line. That's a well hit going all the way to the wall. Harbison off for the races. That one trickles into the corner. Harbison on his way to second. He'll be in with a leadoff double. That is number 20. Chad Cole's the new pitcher. Always a Hooves Hangout pitching change. Looking for the perfect spot to relax and open your favorite Pokemon or baseball trading cards. Visit former Reds reliever J.J. Hoover. Hooves Hangout today, 405 Washington Street, Suite D in Alexandria. Austin Eaton's night is done. Goes just the 1 inning of work. Doesn't allow a hit or a run. Picks up a strikeout with no walks. One batter reached on what is called an error. Slider misses outside. Now to the 9-hole hitter, Dylan Baker. 0 for 2 with a hit by pitch. The 1-0 fouls it away. The 1-1 misses outside and goes all the way to the backstop. Harbison on his way to third. Florence now with a no-out base runner just 90 feet away. That'll be a wild pitch to get him over to third. Baker with an RBI opportunity here. Infield, a little bit in. Shortstop, Edwards really the only one back. Brown not exactly on the green turf. Right on the edge, though. That one misses high and away. 3-1 count. It is Ahmad Harajli warming up for Florence. And a big-time opportunity here. 3-1, fouls it back. Full count. I think we had a lot of excitement last inning, so I missed the rip that pack. Never want to do it when we're at the plate. That's where the action is. Only good things happen when you're at the plate, right? Baker back in the batter's box. Coles comes set from the stretch. The payoff pitch bounces in the dirt and gets away. Harbison on the way to score. He'll be in there safely. Shouldn't be an RBI walk there. Don't think. It's a wild pitch and just so happens to also be a walk at the same time. So 2 wild pitches moves Kyle Harbison from second to third and third home. Florence takes a 7-3 lead. Schoenfeld steps in. He shows bunt and fouls it off the netting. 0 for 1 today with 2 walks and a hit by pitch. Struck out his last time up. That was against Michael Foltz. Kyle Harbison had a nice day. 2 hits, 2 runs scored. That's good for his first time out there in relief of Zach Beadle. Beadle will be back catching his buddy, Isaac Milburn. I guess Harbison and Milburn probably know each other just as much. All 3 of them came over from Windy City. Toby Hall now has both of his catchers from last year. And Florence is left without a first base coach. That is Zach Beadle today. 1-1 count to the lefty, Schoenfeld. Misses inside at 92. Take a look at our out-of-town scoreboard. I don't mind that. Out-of-town scoreboard always brought to you by Thornbush Whiskey. Thornbush, a new frontier in the world of whiskey, bold, smooth, and wildly unexpected. Can try the new official cocktail of Florence Y'alls at Thomas More Stadium. Fastball misses outside 3-1. So the iScore out-of-town scoreboard, presented by Thornbush. A lot going on there. Let's take a look at some of the other games happening around the league. We'll start with what's already completed. Trois-Rivières and Tri-City in the game earlier today. Fastball misses outside the first 3-walk game of the season for Tyler Schoenfeld. Runners first and second, nobody out. Now meeting on the mound with the pitching coach, Chad Coles. Florence trying to keep the offense coming. They got a 4-run lead, 7-3, as we head to the bullpen. Night should be done for Evan Webster. Jackson Tucker will dig into the plate. Yeah, so Tri-City and Trois-Rivières in a really offensive matchup featuring a 7-run third inning from the Valley Cats. (14-11) Tri-City win over Trois-Rivières. That game had a lot of scoring. Trois-Rivières actually had tied it up in the 7th just to give it right back with a 4-run 7th for Tri-City. Quebec and Brockton also had a high-scoring game that went into extras. 3 runs scored by Quebec in the 10th. They won 11-9 over the Rocks. And Sussex County at the Jackals. 6-4 Jackals win. At Patterson Field. Runners first and second for Jackson Tucker. Had a 2-run single his last time up. First pitch, he shows bunt, pops it down the first or third baseline. Out of play, no one's able to get to it. Florence staying with a little bit of small ball. Tucker is 1 for 4 today. 0-1 count on him. Another game that went final. New York took down the Titans 12-8. Late Titans comeback. They played at 5 in the 8th. Pickoff attempt, nothing going over at second. That'll be Dylan Baker at second. Schoenfeld at first. Still nobody out in the inning. Top of the 8th, Florence with a 7-3 lead. Rain still coming down ever so slightly. I think still harder now than what I've seen. Jackson Tucker again pops it up and bunts it foul. This one up and over the net. Now down 0-2. 12-8 Boulders win over the Titans. Final in Joliet. 6-5 win for the Crushers. Go into Joliet and take home a win. That one went into extras as well. It's 4-4 entering extras. Joliet allowed 2 runs to Lake Erie in the top of the 10th. They were able to get one back, but could not finish it off in extras. Off-speed misses outside to Tucker, now 1-2. And then the Mud Monsters went into Windy City and took down the Thunderbolts 5-3. 10 hits for the Mud Monsters. Windy City drops another game. We're here at the top of the 8th, 2 runners on. Nobody out. Florence with a 7-3 lead. The 1-2 pitch, skied down the right field line and foul. Now the only other game that's in play is Down East at Schaumburg. 5-0 Schaumburg lead in the bottom of the 3rd. That's 5 runs in the first inning for Schaumburg against Down East's ace, Brandon Kaminer. 1-2, swing and a miss, bottom of the zone. First K of the day for Chad Coles, first out of the inning. That'll bring up Hank Zeisler. Runners first and second, now 1 away for the captain. Again, had a good day at the plate, 1 for 3 with a walk and a run scored. Continues his hitting and on-base streak. So now with a 5-game hit streak and a 10-game on-base streak. First pitch to him, swing and a miss on the off speed. So Gateway just not playing today? Gateway in Evansville, that was a 7:35 start. Guess just hasn't started yet. Might be some rain over in Evansville. That's never a good spot to have rain. Bossy Field turns into a swamp. That one's in there for a strike 0-2. Some of the fans, you know, not using a umbrella or anything, so it can't be like that annoying in the rain. Unless they're just like, hey, you know what, I'm already wet. A lot of ponchos in attendance. 0-2. Zeisler cranks it high and deep towards right field. LaCory, warning track to the wall. It bounces off the United Healthcare sign. Zeisler held to just a single. How about that? Station to station, no runs coming to score. Everyone was watching to see if LaCory would grab that. 98 miles per hour and 355 feet for just a single. Just barely missed a 3-run homer. Florence with the bases loaded and one away for Brendan Bobo. Fastball high and inside, missing, 1-0. Man, you did not see that often. Did not wave around Dylan Baker. Schoenfeld held to just a base. Swing and a miss there. They call the first one a strike. No, it should be 1-1, correct. The 1-1 pitch, swing and a miss. 1-2 to Brendan Bobo. One away in the inning. Florence trying to get some insurance. 7-3 lead over Washington. A team that you always need to make sure that you got enough offense for. 9 hits on the day for the Yalls. 4 hits for Washington. The 1-2. Bobo skies it down the left field line. Heading over there was Bricado. He slides and can't make the grab. Looks like it stayed in. Heck of a job there from Bricado to get all the way over there. At least give a chance. The 1-2, swing and a miss. Got him on the inner half. Second strikeout of the inning for Coles. First pitch to Richardson, swing and a miss. Oh, 1. Misses outside. Richardson's had a heck of a day today. 2-run double in the 4th, double in the 6th. And then right now it's reached on an error in the 7th. The 1-1 bounces the dirt all the way to the backstop, and it comes back quickly. Dylan Baker heads back to third, and they had Schoenfeld caught between second and third, but no throw. Everybody's safe. Looks like, I guess that is just cement and concrete as the backstop. Gave a heck of a bounce back to Quiros. Kept everyone at bay. Now a 2-1 count to the face of the Yalls, Zade Richardson. Kick the 2-1 pitch, fouls it back 2-2. Y'alls need some insurance here. Heading to the bullpen, Ahmad Harajli has been warming up for a long time in the rain. Hope that doesn't have any effect on him. 2-2. Richardson swings and misses. Cole's able to escape some trouble. A run does come across, but the Y'alls strand the bases loaded as we head to the bottom of the 8th. It's a 7-3 ball game here. The Frontier League Network powered by HTN. Bottom half of the 8th inning, it's a 7-3 Y'alls lead. The Lee's famous Recipe Chicken pitching change with a new wing coming into the game, pick up the best wings in the tri-state area. Lee's famous Recipe Chicken, Lee's always fresh, never frozen. Ahmad Harajli in for Evan Webster. Webster's night is done. He leaves a line for the victor. Let's see if Florence's bullpen can hang on. Check swing doesn't go around. A 2-0 count now to the 9-hole hitter Isaiah Quiros. Webster, 7 innings pitched, 4 hits, 3 runs, 2 walks, and 7 strikeouts. Season high in innings pitched and strikeouts as a broken bat. Base hit down the line. Quiros on his way to second. Now we'll stop there after a bullet fired in from Blomquist. Leadoff runner aboard for Washington. Broken bat single there, 68 off on the exit velo. And there it is. Grizzlies game postponed in Evansville. With the rain that we got coming, tomorrow and the rest of the week, I don't know if that one's going to see the light of day tomorrow either. Mossy field, just, one of those older dirt fields that does not handle water well. So a runner on first, Ahmad Harajli, now working from the stretch. Trying to navigate through and close out this game for Florence. 7-3 lead for the Y'alls. It's a talented Washington offense that I don't think you can have too many runs against. They can certainly always come back. Never want to count them out. The 1-0 off speed, beautifully placed in there for a strike from Harajli. Since we did miss it in the bottom of the 7th, let's get to our Rip That Pack segment here in the 8th. Staying with the 2026 Bowmans. Got a numbered card yesterday. Peyton Tolley 1-1, swing and a miss. See if we can continue this streak of luck we've had with the Bowman Blasters. Either way, I still enjoy the inserts that we've got. One, two. Misses outside, 2-2. Ahmad Harajli, last time out, his best time out. 2 innings pitched, no hits, no runs, no walks, and 2 strikeouts. Looked very good back at home against Evansville, May 17th. 2-2. Top of the zone. In there, but not called a strike. 93, beautifully placed from Ahmad Harajli. Now it's a full count with nobody out. Big time inning for Florence. Just trying to get it to the closer, Eden McAvoy. 3-2, swing and a miss, top of the zone. 90 miles per hour, again, beautifully placed up there. Sits down to Caleb Ketchup, first strikeout for Ahmad Harajli. I like the way this Bowman pack starts off. We got Bryce Harper on the Bowman, Yoshinobu Yamamoto, Jackson Holiday, and Geraldo Perdomo. Nice Bowman Chrome card after this as well. Hold that, save the Bowman Chromes for the end. Go to the first Bowman's Daniel Pierce, Tampa Bay Rays. 4th-ranked Rays prospect in their pipeline. 1-0 in there. Brady Ibel for the Brewers, not a first Bowman. Started pro career with Low A, Carolina. 259 slugging, 241 average. Harajli's 1-1. Fastball or slider misses away. Then we got Gage Stanifer. Really a big fan of this insert. The Bowman Sterling Roman Anthony. He was the chase of a couple packs this year. One's in there for a strike, a rookie card. Bowman Sterling Roman Anthony. That is a beautiful card. Beautiful. Not numbered or anything, but certainly a nice card to hold on to. Then we have Jude Warwick, first Bowman on the Chrome, and then Gavin Killen for the San Francisco Giants. 2-2. Swing and a miss, top of the zone. Back-to-back Ks from Harajli. He's living upstairs, too. 92 miles per hour. Now it's Andrew Check. He's got 2 hits today. He's provided a little bit of offense for Washington. He's got 5 here through the 8th inning. We'll take that Roman Anthony Bowman Chrome. Yeah, nothing big, but still a very cool card. Roman Anthony, obviously from the Red Sox, one of the top prospects in the game. Andrew Check today, an RBI ground out, a single and a double. Double his last time up. Scored a run. One-0. Off speed, misses outside, 2-0. If we got anything here. Might have been a nothing burger on the second day of the Bowman Chrome. Opening up the second pack now. 2-0 pitch. Fastball misses upstairs. Starting off with Riley Green. You get Bobby Witt Jr., Max Fried, Jackson Merrill. They're the first 4 stars that you'll get. In there for a strike, 3-1 inside. We'll go to our back of the cards here. Save the Chromes for the end. Again, don't see any color right now. 3-1 from Harajli. That one's skied foul behind home plate. Harbison's trying to find it. Either way, ends up out of play and into the stands. Henry Lillane, first Bowman for the New York Yankees. Signed as a free agent, 2021. He's made his way up the prospect leaderboard. Get Walker Janik for the Astros, heard him, and then Connor Griffin, the former #1 overall prospect. After now he's in Major League Baseball. He's retired from that list. Got the Bowman Top 100. It's Kellen Lindsay, the Los Angeles Dodgers. Bowman Chrome one there, but again, not numbered. That one runs inside, goes to the backstop. Kiros was taken off, but it was ball 4 either way. So walk to Andrew Check. Runners first and second with 2 away. David DeVillio and Jack Wheeler, both on first Bowmans from the Rangers. Yeah, really nothing there. Really didn't get anything on on the Rip That Pack segment today. Always tomorrow. See if we can get anything else. Final 2 packs of the Bowman Chrome. One misses outside, 1-0. Two 2-0. Fastball misses downstairs. Ahmad Harajli trying to get out of this unscathed. Another base runner on would bring the tying run to the plate. Off-speed misses upstairs. Got to settle in and find the zone quickly. Toby Hall now making his way to the top step of the dugout. Looks like we have some action in the bullpen as well for Florence. Everyone's standing up over there. Maybe they're just all waiting for a call. 3-0. This is downstairs, a 4-pitch walk. That loads the bases. Harajli trying to navigate here. A single and 2 walks. Shut the lights off and do some dancing here. And nobody warming up in the bullpen. Although a few people stretching. Just a quick meeting on the mound. Hall trying to calm down his wing. Harbison trying to give him a little extra confidence as well. The rain can't be helping. Just a little extra factor that you got to figure in. Nobody warming up. A few players tossing. I would expect Aiden McAvoy to enter the game, although it's definitely not McAvoy warming up. It's a right-handed pitcher there. First pitch in there for a strike to the lefty Jeff LaCorey. Bases are loaded. Tying run at the plate for Washington. LaCorey, already a Frontier League Player of the Week this season. 0-1, skies it, foul. Right in front of us. 0-2. See if Harajli can do the job here, put him away and try and strike out the side. Strand and the bases loaded would be big for him. There it is, McAvoy. Now taking off the sweatshirt and going to start throwing. The 0-2 pitch, skies it down the third baseline, foul territory. Over there is Broussard, makes the grab to end the inning. Harajli avoids damage and strands the bases loaded. Florence carries a 7-3 lead in the top of the 9th when we return on the Frontier League Network, powered by HTN. Top of the ninth, Florence on top 7-3 over Washington. It'll be Garrett Broussard followed by Brett Blomquist and Kyle Harbison. Still Chad Coles on the mound, who navigated through some trouble. He stranded the bases loaded, ended up striking out the side. A run came in to score against him. Florence trying to add some more insurance. They're on top 7-3. 1-0, missing at the top of the zone. Broussard, 1 for 4 today. Got a single in his first at bat. 2-0, skies it foul, 2-1 count. Florence trying to close this one out and force a rubber match for tomorrow. Rain's still a factor. Here's the 2-1. In there for a strike, 91. 23.98 on the spin rate from Coles. He's definitely got the power here. I think it's more about the control. Is he able just to keep pounding the zone, or does he end up like last inning with a couple of walks and always walking a tightrope? That one's fouled back. Broussard able to stay alive. Aiden McAvoy warming up in the bullpen for Florence. Not a save opportunity for McAvoy, but still a tight ball game against a good ball club. One that you want to make sure you have. 2-2. Up the middle, off the glove of Coles and into center field for a base hit. Second hit of the day from Garrett Broussard, and a leadoff base runner for the Yalls. 77 off the bat. Brings up Brett Blomquist. Blomquist 0 for 3 today, hit by a pitch, and came in to score in the 6th. First pitch to the rookie is in there for a strike, 92 high and in. It's a great spot from Chad Coles. One misses upstairs. Our Get Home Safe partnership. Republic Bank, as you head out, remember, drive safe and arrive alive, because success isn't just about where you're going, it's about getting there safely. Republic Bank, where your future thrives. There's one sent into center field, and a diving play from Ketchup. Beautiful grab, taking away a base hit from Brett Blomquist. Heck of a grab from Caleb Ketchup. It's the second time Blomquist in this series has been robbed of a base hit on just some really good outfield play from the Wild Things. Brings up Kyle Harbison. He's had a great day at the plate. 2 for 4 with an RBI and 2 runs scored. First pitch misses downstairs. Some fans still here. I think the rain again scared some people away, because there was a lot more in attendance. Open up this ball game. Don't know if we'll see anything better tomorrow. It's, again, just supposed to be an overcast day. A lot of rain projected throughout the day. Hope it doesn't end up being a long rain delay on a travel day for Florence. Yeah, there's a ball onto the field. I saw that happen. Didn't know if they were going to call time. That's from the bullpen, Aiden McAvoy over there. It's a 1-1 count to Harbison. One pitch, fouls it away, 1-2. I think it will be a much colder day tomorrow. High of just 64. That's without any wind chill to add into at night. The 1-2. This is downstairs, 2-2, swallowed up by Quiros behind the plate. 2-2 count. Kick the pitch. Harbison skies it in the infield in front of home plate. First baseman Andrew Check with the call. Off of his glove and snagged. Whoa, bare hand grab from what looks like Graham Brown. How about that play? In and out of the glove of Andrew Check, and then a bare hand grab from Brown. Sorry, not Brown. That'll be the shortstop, Edwards. Man, don't see that often. The immaculate catch. Second out of the inning. First pitch to Dylan Baker, an off-speed missing low and away. The 1-0 swing and a miss. Baker today 0 for 2 with a hit by pitch and a walk. He's yet to come in to score. The 1-1 misses outside, 2-1. Straight up defense for Washington. Two-one runs inside and hits Baker. Second time he's been hit today, right on the elbow. I don't think he had any coverage there either. That is one that certainly hurts. Luckily, it was an off-speed at 80 miles per hour. They're going to give him an exit velo as well. 14 miles per hour off the elbow. Runners first and second, 2 away for the top of the order, Tyler Schoenfeld. All hit by pitches brought to you by Airport Paint and Body. When life throws a fastball at your ride, they'll smooth it out and get you back in the game. Submit a free estimate online today at airportpaintbody.com. Schoenfeld, heck of a day. Hit by pitch and 3 walks. He's 0 for 1 with the strikeout in the 6th. Came in a score back in the 3rd. Fouls the first pitch away. Definitely improving that on-base percentage. That was already good at entering this game. Oh, 1 misses downstairs. Runner on second, Broussard. On first, it's Baker. Ahmad Harajli's night is done. Go an inning pitch, pick up 2 strikeouts, 1 hit, no runs, and 1 walk. The 1-1 missing downstairs. It's going to be Aiden McAvoy in the bottom of the 9th for Florence. Again, not a save opportunity, but definitely close enough against a formidable opponent in Washington. A very good ball club. 2-1, skies it away. 2-2. Y'all's not taking any chances going to their bread and butter in the back half of this ball game. Two-two, ground ball up the middle. Shortstop has it, tag second to end the inning. Fielder's choice there ends the offense for Florence. They'll carry a 7-3 lead into the bottom of the 9th. Aiden McAvoy trying to close it out when we return on the Frontier League Network, powered by HTN. Bottom of the ninth, 7-3 ball game. Florence leads, and it's Aiden McAvoy trying to close out the Washington Wild Things and take home game 2 of the 3-game series, force a rubber match tomorrow. Anthony Mercado leads things off for Washington. A home run his last time up, swing and a miss on the outer half. Mercado has faced all lefties today. He's able to take Webster deep in his final inning, seventh inning. 2-run shot to right field. Now against the lefty McAvoy. 0-1. That one's skied foul, 0-2. McAvoy has been the closer for Florence. He's picked up 2 saves, crossed 6 1/3, 7 hits allowed, 2 runs, only 1 of them earned, 3 walks and 7 Ks. Spent 20-25 with Joliet as a starter, making 18 starts on the season. 6-4 record, a 4.47 ERA. That one's roped down the third base line, but foul. We'll do it again. Mentioned Mercado, obviously a former Florence Yell. You knew he was going to homer against them at one point. Play him 12 times. Would have been amazing if you didn't get one. I'm sure now that it's happened in the second game, I'm sure you'll see another one eventually this season. Hopefully not right now. 7-3 Florence leads. 11 hits for the Yalls, 5 for the Wild Things. 0-2 misses upstairs. Mentioned Mercado didn't homer off a lefty all last season when he was with the Yalls. He's able to take Webster deep. His 4th home run of the season. 1-2, skies it foul. Mercado was hitting .083 against lefties entering today. 1 RBI and 4 strikeouts. McAvoy from the stretch, the 1-2, swing and a miss. Got him out in front on the slider. Nice pitch there from McAvoy for the first out of the inning. I'll bring up Cole Fowler, who's 0 for 2 with a walk. The lefty Fowler against the lefty McAvoy on the mound. Lefty-lefty battle. First pitch, a broken bat over towards Baker, who dives and can't get it. A single into left field. 1-out base runner for the Wild Things. Cole Fowler's first hit of the day. 63 off of the bat. Definitely broke it. Be a pinch hitter for DJ Banks, the lefty Ryan Ford into the ball game. Shocking to go to a lefty hitter against a lefty pitcher. DJ Banks was a righty. So runner on first and 1 away. Double play here would be sweet. First pitch, swing and a miss. 90 miles per hour, top of the zone from McAvoy. 2 collegiate seasons from McAvoy. 3-1 record, 6.02 ERA. 46 innings pitched, 64 Ks. He's always had the strikeout stuff. 0-1, swing and a miss, top of the zone. Up 0-2 against Ford. Let's see what he goes to here. Back-to-back fastballs. He try the slider breaking away. Looks like a frisbee. Lefty-lefty. Stretch the 0-2. That one's skied. Third base side, foul territory. Broussard over towards the Yalls dugout, still going. He runs out of room. It ends up in the stands here at EQT Park. Again, I wouldn't say pouring rain. It is just coming down steadily. I mean, I think it's probably just annoying at this point for the players. It's coming down since like the 5th inning. 0-2, swing and a miss. Top of the zone, slider upstairs. 22.88 spin rate, his second K. Washington down to their final out. It's Isaiah Skiros, who's 1 for 3. Broken bat single down the left field line his last time up. Florence was 4-8 against Washington last year. That one misses outside. Tomorrow's pitching matchup will be Isaac Milburn against Maddox Long. Long went 6 innings pitched. 5 hits, 2 runs, none of them earned. 1 walk and 2 Ks. That one off of Kyle Harbison. Home plate umpire going to give him some time. Isaac Milburn makes his 3rd start. It's going to be good to see him against someone not Evansville. Evansville definitely had him figured out a little bit. And it's a steady dose of lefties for Florence against Washington. The 1-1 misses outside. Florence with actually 4 starting lefties in their rotation. After Bradley Wilson left, they're left with just Zach Westcott as the lone righty. Liam Alpern, lefty, filled in for the hole left by Wilson. Will be starting on Saturday. 2-1. Off speed misses downstairs. 3-1. Half an inch below the zone. Pitch. Top of the zone, not called. And Quiros was even expecting that to be called. Kissing the top of the zone on TrackMan. That'll put runners first and second, 2 away for the top of the order. Caleb Ketchup. It's one you got to have to punch out the ball game. Certainly there. First pitch to Ketchup, fouls it back. I was going to say, he's a first pitch swinger. 90, low and away. Gets McAvoy started 0-1. Ketchup today is 0 for 3. Struck out his last time up against Ahmad Harajli. 0-1 pitch. That one's cranked out towards center field. It's going to send Tucker way back, all the way over the batter's eye, up and out of here. This is a 1-run ball game. I told you. Got to have all the runs you can against this Washington team. They love the home run long ball. They get one here in the 9th. 3 runs against McAvoy. He could have been out of it just a pitch ago. It's definitely a strike to Isaiah Skiros. Not called. It's a game of inches. Toby Hall with a quick meeting on the mound. Kyle Edwards will step in. He had a triple back in the 1st. That was Ketchup's 4th home run on the season. Hitting just .211 entering today. That one's fouled away off the leg of Edwards, who's 1 for 4. 7-6, y'all's lead. Still not going to be a save for McAvoy. He got himself into this trouble. It's a similar story following McAvoy. He can get hitters to 2 strikes. He's been able to put them away for the most part. Now 9 Ks on the season. Sometimes you can't. That's the first home run he's allowed. But if you remember back on May 17th against Evansville, he was dancing around with trouble. Had the bases loaded. was able to get out of it. 0-1 foul straight back. Right over my head. Now 0-2 once again. Florence clinging to life. Trying to get their 5th win of the season. McAvoy against Edwards. First base side of the rubber. Kick the 0-2 pitch. Fastball misses upstairs. Steven Gregg says 1 out to go. We got this. I don't know if that was before or after. The 1-2 pitch. Skies it high. Should be it. That one's shallow right field. Schoenfeld all the way back. Bobo coming in. Makes the grab. Florence picks up the win. A 7-6 victory at EQT Park. Webster, his 2nd win of the season. He dazzled across 7 innings, and the bullpen able to hang on for him. Made it a little close. But either way, we force a rubber match for the series tomorrow on a Thursday night. What a win for the Yalls. Thankfully, the bullpen was able to close it out. A 3-run homer from Caleb Ketchup in the 9th brought Washington within 1. At the top of the order, it's kind of like hold your breath. So an inning pitch for McAvoy. He gives up 2 hits, picks up 2 strikeouts, allows 3 runs, all of them earned, as well as a walk. Not going to be a save opportunity. Webster gets the win. The loss will be dealt to Sechrist. He went 5 innings, 4 hits, 3 runs, 3 walks, and 2 strikeouts. But Webster was probably the player of the game. 7 innings pitched, 4 hits, 3 runs, 2 walks, and 7 Ks. Season high in innings pitched for any pitcher for Florence, and then 7 Ks was a season high for Webster. A 7-6 Yalls win. Moved to 5-6 on the season. Washington drops to 8-4. And we have a rubber match for tomorrow's game. Let's recap how this one went on this Wednesday night, rain-filled Wednesday night. Florence was able to get out in front. Sorry, it was a first-run score by Washington. RBI ground out from Andrew Check that scored Kyle Edwards after a triple. Florence tied the game in the 3rd from some small ball. Walk to Tyler Schoenfeld. He stole 2nd. And then a swinging bunt from Jackson Tucker. They called it an error on the catcher, Quiros, that came in to score for Tyler Schoenfeld. Florence then used a 2-run 4th inning, a walk from Zeisler, a double from Bobo, a 2-run double from Zade Richardson to give themselves a 3-1 lead. They would then add to that in the 6th. 3 more runs came across, starting off the inning from another double from Zade Richardson, a hit-by pitch to Brett Blomquist, Kyle Harbison making his season debut, delivered an RBI single, and then it was a 2-run single from Jackson Tucker that scored Blomquist and Harbison after that. Florence kind of hit cruise control there. They were able to put up a run in the 8th. That was a pass ball that scored Kyle Harbison, but they stranded the bases loaded there. Going through the rest of the game, in the 5th inning, they stranded 2 on base, 6th inning, 2 on base, 1 in the 7th, 3 in the 8th, and 2 more in the 9th. They had their opportunities, didn't give themselves much insurance, kept Washington in the ballgame. Obviously, in the 9th inning, in a 7-3 game, a 3-run shot from Caleb Ketchup made it 7-6. Made them sweat a little bit, but Florence able to close it out and pick up the 7-6 win. Webster 2-1 now on the season. Florence's ace with a nice start on the mound today. Tomorrow's game for the series, Isaac Milburn making his 3rd start of the season. Both have been against Evansville. Like I said, it's going to be nice for him to see someone new. It just seemed like Evansville had him figured out a little bit. He was much better his 2nd time around. 5 innings pitched, 5 hits, 2 runs, 6 walks was a high number. Definitely needs to calm down in the walk department. He's got 9 on the season just across 8 innings. But the strikeouts were there. He had 4 Ks across 5 innings. Hopefully he can keep building on it and just shake off some offseason rust. But it's a good opportunity to face a team that has not seen him yet in the Washington Wild Things. On the flip side, for Washington, it'll be Maddox Long, I believe, making his 2nd start of the season. He pitched 6 innings before. Let's take a look at that, see if we can find Maddox Long here in the game notes. Yeah, Maddox Long. No, so he's had not a start for Washington. He first pitched in the bullpen, 2 innings pitched, 3 hits, 2 runs, 1 walk, and no strikeouts. Then earned a no decision against Evansville, 4 innings pitched, 2 hits, no runs, no walks, and 2 Ks. So not a high strikeout guy, not a high walk guy. Really puts the ball in play. 25 years of age. Just the 1 start on the season, so making his 2nd start here out of Harding University in a season at Ouachita Baptist. Should provide a good Thursday night game. I believe a 6:05 start here on Thursday night, so same as today. You can catch that game on the Frontier League Network powered by HTN, or as well as your Y'all's radio stream. That'll do it for us here at EQT Park. It's been a pleasure having you guys on board with us. A special shout out to everyone tuning in on the Y'all's radio stream. Let's see if we got anything else. Yep, Steve and Greg, finally a win on the road. You're right about that. Florence notches their first win on the road. And let's see if they can win the series, their 3rd series in a row tomorrow. I've been Rory Tettemer. You're listening to Florence Y'all's Baseball on the Frontier League Network powered by HTN and the Florence Y'all's Radio Network, saying so long from EQT Park. And until next time, y'all have a good night.